We are back. Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, everyone, thank you for your patience. And for those of you that just joined us, welcome. Welcome to the In-TAC National Virtual Career Expo number 6. And we're continuing with the Discover Canada Auditorium session this morning with Tammy Huang of Economic Development of Hamilton, so City of Hamilton. And she can certainly elaborate further why Hamilton is a great place for you guys to consider for your new life in Canada, or for those of you that are here already in Ontario or anywhere in Canada, a great place to work and invest and start a business. Once again, the format for the next 45 minutes or so will be from the subject matter expert, from Tammy of the City of Hamilton. And she will go through her presentation to us this morning. And I urge you to pay attention, because then we can open the floor up to a question and answer period where you guys can send in your questions live to Tammy, and we can have a nice, conversation and flow about Hamilton as a place to live and start your new life in Canada, or certainly to start a business. And that's what we can expect for this morning. So Tammy, thank you. Take it away.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you to In-TAC, and thank you to the virtual job fair. And I'm really excited to be able to talk to you about a topic that is clearly near and dear to my heart. Do love my City of Hamilton. As you can see behind me, I made sure to have pictures of our ambitious city and lots of the different things for you to see and do. But let me just double check to make sure I have made the slides work. Perfect. So today we want to talk a little bit about what Hamilton is all about in terms of the different economic development opportunities. Why come to Hamilton? We want you to consider also starting a business in Hamilton. So it's not just about coming and living here, but we want that live, work, and play here in Hamilton. Now, once in a while I'll bust in a little Mandarin. But that is really just to show that we are a multicultural and very diverse city. Unfortunately, my French is not very well, but I definitely want the opportunity to be able to speak to everybody. My role in economic development is looking at it from a business development perspective. So I work with a lot of immigrants and newcomers on how do we get all of you immigrants and newcomers coming here, living here, working here, as well as starting businesses here. So in economic development, we also have this opportunity to connect with our local Hamilton Immigration Partnership, as well as some of the different industries that we have here in Hamilton. But let's just dive right in. So in Canada, Hamilton is one of the larger regional economies. We are the 10th largest regional economy. We have some different fast facts, but we're actually one of the fastest growing in terms of GDP growth. We have the lowest unemployment rate, which is good and it's bad. But one of the things that makes us super excited is we're also one of the top youthful cities in Canada. And just like Moncton, we're actually a very diverse economy, which means that we don't have one actual economy to sustain ourselves. In the past, Hamilton has always been known as steel, but when the steel sector went down, we really needed to figure out how do we make our city a lot more vibrant and a lot more engaging to all of our people. We're also one of the best cities to find a job. We're definitely one of the best cities to move your person and your people and your goods around, because we actually have the #1 largest cargo airport in Canada, and we're also one of the largest seaports in Ontario outside of Toronto. So a lot of that stuff, imagine you're a business owner and you're trying to get your stuff from let's say Morocco all the way to Canada, running it through Hamilton Airport, you can bet that our port and our airport will get your goods to your customers a lot faster. We're also one of the fastest growing restaurant cities. So the fact is we have a lot of great food that's here in Hamilton. And we're actually one of the largest, we have the 4th number of largest startup companies by city in Hamilton, and that's done through Canada Business. So let me just show you a quick little snapshot. The fact is we're on the rise. We've been spending a lot more time and effort working with some of our small businesses to try and get them to start and develop and invest here in Hamilton. So from this little slide here, you'll see that we have building permits on the rise, which means a lot more investment in our city. You can see where the red zones are and the blue zones. So the blue zone areas are typically very economically robust. There's a lot more investment happening in those areas. You'll be able to see the little numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are considered our lower Hamilton. So that is here in Hamilton, we have this really great geological differentiator. We have this escarpment. And here we actually call it the mountain. It's not actually a mountain. It's not like BC or anything like that, but it definitely gives us a great view of the city. But we have a lower part of Hamilton as well as an upper part of Hamilton. And the lower part of Hamilton is more of our urban areas, including a lot of our downtowns and that sort of thing. So you'll see that, especially in Ward 2, you'll see a lot more economic building and investment values. We are considered one of the top 10 investment locations as listed by Science Selector magazine. So this means that we are globally recognized as one of the best places to invest in your business. So why Hamilton? We have a great location. We're right on the toe of Lake Ontario. And when we think about it, we're really close to major markets like Toronto, Waterloo, as well as the US marketplace. So the fact is we're very close to a lot of major businesses as well as job opportunities. And the commute times are so much better coming out of Hamilton than they are from Toronto. In terms of our labor market, we do have access to a significant amount of talent here. And this also just shows that your being situated here in Hamilton does give you a lot more opportunity when it comes to finding a job, finding a core employee, or maybe looking for that opportunity to start businesses, because your market and your customers are all within a 1 to 2 hour driving distance. We're a multimodal city, so that means that we have all 4 modes of transportation. Definitely highway, we have some trains, we have our airport, which not only is it cargo, but we also have several passenger flights. So most recently, we've actually onboarded significant investment through Norwegian. So Norwegian will now be flying to Ireland. We also have direct flights that'll go to Las Vegas and Florida. So there's a great opportunity to also connect through our Hamilton airport. We also have, as I mentioned earlier, one of the deep water ports. So large freighters are able to come into our port and move goods right from our port. With the diversified economy, we actually have a lot of great industries for you as a job seeker to actually look at. And some of those are listed in our strategic plan. And in those, we really want to try and highlight that we're here to actually help with developing the best workforce in Ontario. We're also looking at thriving entrepreneurship and innovation. So not only is it about finding a job, but it's also making sure that we connect and find great opportunities if you wanted to start your own business. Our industry sectors are, again, diverse. So we have everything from advanced manufacturing to agri-food and processing, creative and cultural industry, finance, insurance, real estate. We call that the FIRE sector, goods movement, ICT digital media. So that means information, communications, and technology, life sciences, and tourism. So the backbone of our businesses has always been in advanced manufacturing. However, like I said before, when the steel sector went down, we started to find other opportunities in all of our different sector areas. With goods movement, the multimodal does help with a lot more big logistic companies and supply chain companies to come into Hamilton. We also have with agri-food processing, with our deep water port, we're able to actually get significant raw materials. So we're starting to see massive investments and in jobs around different large organizations like Grupo Bimbo. They actually own Canada Bread. So we have this one sector of the city that makes amazing smelling bread. We also have Maple Leaf Foods, but we also have Gailey, which makes butter and cheeses. It's a pretty amazing opportunity. We're also smack dab in the middle of a significant rural sector, so agriculture is a very big part of our makeup. Recently, we've actually secured significant investment in the creative and cultural industries in the names of different film studios that have been seriously considering our location. In Hamilton, which is actually kind of fun, is that we actually have a lot of filming that happens inside of our city. When it comes to ICT and digital media, it is one of the fastest growing industries in Canada. So we do have a significant amount of startup companies that are around software development, mobile applications, enterprise level. What we need is we definitely need ICT or IT professionals to come and live and work here in our city. Life sciences, what you may or may not know is that Hamilton is one of the most, we have two major hospital systems, and they are the biggest employer for us. So Hamilton Health Sciences and St. Joseph's are two massive hospital systems. We have the most hospitals per capita, and each of our hospitals are all specialists in different areas. So we have a sick kids hospital, we also have a cardiac hospital, we also have a cancer care hospital. So there is significant opportunity for our life sciences sector. Anything from lab technicians all the way to doctors are sorely needed here in Hamilton. So the top three growth industries, and I kind of touched on them earlier, is education and services, health and social assistance, information, culture, and rec. So education, we have some of the best colleges and universities here in Hamilton. So, but also within our location is that we have access to 23 post-secondary institutions within a 1 hour drive of here. And as well, we also have one of the best universities in the world. We have been rated as Canada's most research-intensive university, but we were also placed inside the top 100 of the best universities in the world for last year and this year. Mohawk College has also been recognized as one of Canada's most industry research-intensive colleges, which really means that Mohawk College professors and students work so closely with our industry. So coming here as a student, there's a real opportunity for you to find your next job or find your next employer by working with some of our colleges and institutions. As well, Mohawk Innovation Park is one of our research parks, and they actually have some significant resources like the federal program CanMet, which actually looks at materials research, and it is the only materials research lab of its kind in Canada. We have great community partners, and this is just a snapshot of some of the different organizations that we have, but we have all levels of government inside of our community. But we also work very closely with different chambers of commerce, with our academic institutions, and with different consortiums in order to help facilitate that growth and that future building of Hamilton. We have significant research infrastructure. So if you are a professional from different parts of the world that's looking at research or health sciences research or materials and advanced manufacturing, we actually have different centers of excellence here in order to help with, one, that connection to industry, but two, those potential high-paying, high-technology type jobs. So some of the really cool things that we have recently and have just recently announced is that Hamilton is also part of the Center for Integrated Transportation and Mobility. We have received provincial funding from different provincial funding sources all around autonomous vehicles. But we're not about making autonomous vehicles, and we're not about doing the software or anything like that. It's really around how do we create the built environment around autonomous vehicles. We do have an opportunity to be looking at startup companies that might be interested in leveraging the test bed, the innovation space, some of the funding that's available for it. We're currently mapping out an entire innovation loop where we can test different technologies. But because of Hamilton's ideal location, we're very close to, say, Toronto and Waterloo and Stratford. Those major city centers have access to autonomous vehicles, but for you job seekers might be a real opportunity to take a look at those, again, high technology type of knowledge-based jobs in and around autonomous vehicles. In addition, Hamilton is the home to our advanced manufacturing supercluster. So we actually have a group called Next Generation Manufacturing, and they are the home of the supercluster. So this was monies that was raised through private industry as well as the federal government, almost $1 billion worth of investment to help advance manufacturing across the country. So again, this is a real opportunity because if you are a business that's interested in accessing some of these funds, you can go through our Next Generation Manufacturing location. Or if you are a technology or advanced knowledge worker that's in and around the advanced manufacturing, this again is a real opportunity for you to come and take a look at some of the different projects and the organizations that are around our superclusters. We're very excited about this, and it totally is in line with our history of having advanced manufacturing and steel from the past. So we're very excited about this opportunity. In Hamilton, we are also very proud of the existing businesses that we have here in Hamilton. So we really do want to identify new business opportunities for them, support entrepreneurship and innovation, and we really want to help our existing businesses build better businesses. And with that and how that relates to you as a job seeker is that it really means that if we continue to help our existing businesses continue to grow and succeed, that means more opportunities and more jobs that's out in the marketplace. So you can kind of see it's not really about trying to always find and open up new jobs. It's really around how do we support our existing businesses in order for them to continue to grow and continue to provide job opportunities. In Hamilton, we're very proud of our international connectivity. We bring a significant amount of international delegations into Hamilton because we know as much as we support our existing businesses, we also know that those net new jobs from international corporations are also going to help with building up the job opportunities here. So we do create investment missions, we have created export programs, and we are an international soft landing zone. So if you are a small business in the world somewhere and you're interested in making Hamilton your North American beachhead, so for your first headquarters or your first satellite office, we can definitely help you with some of those different processes and procedures in order to help you build your business here. Hamilton is one of the top intelligent communities. We were rated as one of the top 7 intelligent communities of the year in 2018, as well as the top intelligent communities in both 2016 and 2018 for Smart 21. Getting back to our soft landing program, it's around experiencing Hamilton, and we really want to have our international firms learn from local service providers about doing business here in Hamilton. So we make sure that we match them up with different organizations like maybe lawyers and accountants in order to help them understand what it's like to actually start a business here in Hamilton. We help these international firms also develop a sales pipeline and also connect with other organizations to find their first customer, or maybe it's to find their first partner or supplier. The point, again, is to make that investment into Hamilton as easy and as simple as possible. So again, if you are a business that's from an international market and you're really interested in the North American marketplace, we highly encourage you to consider Hamilton as your first North American location. But here in Hamilton, we have a lot of different organizations specifically set up to actually help you to start a business here and to actually help you get organized. So we have the Forge, which is located with our McMaster University, and it's a lot of different startup companies that are in lots of different areas of research. Surge is actually with Mohawk College, with our college institution. Our Chamber of Commerce, and Innovation Factory is with our Regional Innovation Center. So we have all of these fantastic resources, and most of them are actually free or very low cost in order to actually get those resources that you need. And then looking ahead. So these are all the fun things that I want to share with you that gets me super excited about what's happening here in Hamilton. Light rail. We're finally getting some investment in our public infrastructure. So this one is a above the road rail track that will take you from east of the city to west of the city. It will also connect you into our provincial and regional transportation systems like Go Transit. So that way it'll be able to connect you to other major marketplaces like Toronto, Niagara, Waterloo. So our light rail will only connect you inside the city, but it'll connect you to the larger regional transportation as well. Our waterfront. Oh, this is so exciting too because we're right on the toe of Lake Ontario, and I gotta say, when you're in Ontario, you realize that waterfront properties are very, very hard to get. And so in Hamilton, we've had this history of just our waterfront was a little bit neglected. So now we have recently opened it up. We are now putting in almost 1,800 residential units. There's going to be green space, there's community spaces, there's retail, and lots of different commercial opportunities. So this honestly is super exciting. And as a young person, I'm super excited about the opportunity to buy and own some waterfront properties. So please, I encourage you to come and take a look at what we have right now. Today, it kind of looks a little bit bare, mostly because we've tore down a bunch of old stuff and we're putting in new infrastructure, but literally now's the time to get involved and really see all of the different opportunities at our waterfront. Our employment growth district is centered at the very center of that is our international airport. And what we've done is we've opened up an additional 555 hectares of new employment lands. And we've already started to see that level of investment. We see significant investment through goods movement, so a lot more cargo and a lot more logistic companies are coming through. But we've also seen this opportunity for significant warehousing opportunities. So when we have large companies that are interested in moving product, they want to be close to our airport, which shows that there's a significant opportunity for employment coming down the pipe. We've already seen it. It's already happening. Our bayfront, so this is more east of our waterfront area. So this has traditionally been very heavy industry. So you'll see this was, again, from our past being the steel sector. We've had one of the big companies actually vacate and leave that area. But you know what that means? It means significant opportunity in that heavy industrial area. So we're always looking for new investment, and we're looking at opportunities to really transform that whole area into something super cool and innovative. And that's me. So I know that we're already into 11:25, 11:23. I think that there is a lot of opportunity for you to come to Hamilton. And honestly, I'm always interested in learning more about the different organizations that you guys are coming from or the places that you're coming from. So please reach out anytime, send me an email. I'd love to connect with you. And if there's any questions, I'd love to take some questions.